Hello, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. Everything is going well here. What about you?
Hmm.
How is your day treating
Yeah,
you today?
since it's Sunday, so everything going so smooth and it's quite lazy, I can say. But yeah, I am doing well and everything is going well so far. How's your side?
Yeah, everything is going well here. So today is
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. So, since we are
That's
talking for the very first time, shall we start with a small introduction?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, so as you know, my name is Priyanka. Basically, I am from UP. Currently, I'm in Hyderabad, and I have been here for last 5 years. I hold an MBA degree. Now I'm a mother. Simultaneously, I'm running YouTube channel, Nourish Your English, where I upload English conversational videos, sometimes solo videos too. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to meet new people. I think since I started my YouTube channel, I really like interact new people, learn with them. So this is the part of my day. Apart from that, spending time with my family, playing badminton. So that's how I keep indulge myself. Can I know a little bit about you?
Yeah, sure. Good to know about you. And thanks for
Mhm.
giving me the opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. So, my name
Okay.
is Anuj. I am from Uttar Pradesh and I work in a government security organization focusing on national safety and law enforcement duties. And apart from that, I have been learning this language, or it's been last 9 to 10 months almost. I
Mm-hmm.
started my journey, and recently, just few days back, I started my YouTube channel where I
Mm-hmm.
upload English-related content because I am still struggling with this language, and I think this is my third to fourth session on a video call, so I'm a little bit nervous also.
Okay, you don't need to nervous. We all going through a same phase, right?
Yeah.
This is the language only. Okay, so what do you think? What kind of problem are you facing if I talk about English?
Yeah, the main problem is making long sentences, how to frame long sentences. That is my problem nowadays, and how to exaggerate the conversation when we talk to somebody. So, how to keep going the conversation, how to exaggerate, and how to communicate in a well manner when somebody asks something from us. So, yeah, these all
Yes.
are the problems. And actually, earlier when I started my journey, I'm very bad in grammar also. So I had to learn all the grammar rules first. And then I started speaking on a voice call on random application. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how now after 9 to 10 months, I'm still able to this much of communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
Yeah,
want to know, yeah, what are the main points or which we should follow to improve our English language?
Okay,
What's your
so
opinion?
as you said, I also experienced the same thing, right? Because sometimes if somebody asks me any random question, we have only one or two line to explain, right? After that, some point we get stuck, or we want to explain so many things, but we are not able to explain our things. It happened because lack of vocab, all right?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of things we don't know how to explain in English. That's why we get stuck. And the second thing is happened, we don't know sentence structure, right? How to structure the sentence, as you said, if I talk about any long sentence. So I think everything is possible only just practicing. I think this is the best way. Try to speak as much as you can. And the second thing that I follow, try to practice with Chat GPT or Gemini. There are a lot of apps where you can practice your English, right? And that is really helpful. Suppose if you ask something to ChatGPT, ChatGPT that give that answer, then try to repeat that answer in your way. And then ChatGPT again correct you, and then you will know where you are making a mistake. Third thing is that I think writing really help you. But as you know, we have a lot of responsibilities, so sometimes we don't have too much time to write journal or anything, but it really helps us. Suppose you ask any topic related to your past, or you what makes you happy, what makes you sad today, anything, just take one topic, try to write it, and when you write down, you know where you are making a mistake. And I think that is also very beneficial. And What I do whenever I get a time, especially in the night, so I try to write at least one page in a day, and then I give this photo to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT correct me. So like, where am I making a mistake in terms of like a pronunciation or anywhere? So it's really helpful for me a lot. I think practice is the best way. And the third, last, I will say, sometimes we have a low of confidence, right? Whenever we get a chance to speak, but we hold ourselves back because we feel like I might make any mistake here, and that's why we start speak our native language. So that time we have to push our boundaries and we have to speak whatever we can, and that help us to improve our confidence so that we can speak more better. I think confidence is also very important, what I feel.
Exactly. The main thing is confidence. If we are confident while speaking, then we can communicate easily. But
Hmm,
yeah, because we all know the normal vocabulary words and normal sentences, but when it comes to speak, we forget all the things due to lack of confidence. So
exactly.
how can we build confidence while speaking?
Everything happened with our mind, right? Because if somebody speak very well English, sometimes we think like that person is speaking very well, here I can't speak in front of him. Even though if you want to speak with any younger kid or any small kid, you can speak with him
Yeah,
very normally. You that time you have a confidence, no, he will not judge me, he will not say anything, that's why you can say, right? But if someone is elder to you, or if
and
you
someone
have
is
in your
better than us while
yeah,
speaking in English language,
better than, yeah,
then we
so
feel
that time
nervous.
exactly. That time we feel nervous. So everything happened with our mind. So control your mind, control your thought. No, I can speak. And once you start speaking, then you will feel confidence. You feel happiness from inside. No, I can speak, I can do. So I'm going to tell you my story when I came to Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad, everyone spoke very well English, right? So that time, as I am from UP, so my English was really very poor. Sometimes what happened with me, I wanted to talk to someone, but I knew she would speak English with me, and that's why I held myself back because I know they asked me any question in English. And but as I have been here for last 5 years and meeting new people, talking to them, it had really helped me to improve my confidence. Apart from that, I have worked on my grammar, my speaking style, and all. But I think, as you know, just face people, try to speak whatever you know, just ask him and try. Sometimes what happened, we can't speak in front of our relatives or someone we know us, but it's very easy to talk to a stranger. So whenever you get any chance to talk to a stranger, just talk to them, and it really helped to improve our confidence. This is my personal
Yeah,
experience.
exactly. So nowadays, how do you practice your English conversation? What all the things that you follow uh, to improve your
Uh,
communication?
Okay, great question. The first thing is that I try to read book. I love self-help book, and I have ordered some book like Ikigai, and I have some books that I want to read at least 2 or 3 pages.
English, do you feel difficult when it comes to speak this language?
Okay, what part? So sometimes I feel like if somebody asks me any random question
Mhm.
and I'm completely unaware of it, so that time I get stuck, and that time I feel like what should I say next, or how to explain more and more.
Yeah, and
So I think
when
that's
we have the
difficult.
questions like we don't know anything about that topic, then we feel
Hmm,
stuck because we
exactly.
don't know
Yeah,
anything about that topic. Then how can we answer that question?
Yeah, same thing happened, whenever I talk to any English area expert or any clapping expert. So if I ask them any question randomly, so sometimes they also get stuck because that time they don't have too much idea about it. And it happen as a human being, we all know English is our second language, and it happened with everyone. So, but
Yeah.
sometimes, the best part is that we should follow one structure. Like first, somebody asks you, try to give the introduction part, whatever you know about the topic, then explain the body, like how, like actions, what you take in that, like in a body, like in a middle part you have, and then at last you should give a conclusion. So like if you know little bit, but you give in a structured way, so sometimes it really make it more impressive.
Mhm.
That is the
Yeah.
rule that I try to follow.
Now you are well enough to speak this language because I have watched a lot of videos of yours. And I just want to know one more thing because I haven't taken any paid session on any platform. So
Mm-hmm.
how it different from having session with random peoples like we are talking now, and as compared to while we talk to any tutor on any platform like English or Clapping Book.
Yeah. Okay, that's great question. And okay, so that's great question. And I think this is the kind of answer that everyone should know that, right? So whenever we talk to any expert, they know where we are making a mistake, and sometimes they point out our small mistake. Like if I say he go to school, right? But here I should say he goes to school. So like these kind of mistake that only expert can tell you, right? Even like you are talking to me, but I'm not going to say here you are making a mistake. Even sometimes even I don't realize because I'm only focusing you what you are saying. I just want to understand you, but they focus on grammar part too. All right. And the second thing is that I have noticed sometimes we make a lot of pronunciation mistake as our mother language is Hindi, and if I'm using any new word or any new vocab, so we don't know how to pronounce. So if you are speaking in any expert, so they know where you are making a mistake, and in this area they really help a lot. So I think paid session is really work for you, but you have to also work on yourself. If they are saying you are making a mistake in a past tense, so next time whenever you talk, so you have to be mindful what you are saying. So at last I'll say definitely you have to work on yourself too. But sometimes even we are making a mistake, but we don't know what where we are making a mistake. So in this point, expert will help you. Yeah, here in this area you are working, you should work, and here you are making a mistake. So this area they really helpful.
But I think when we have a session with a tutor, so we feel at that time more nervous as compared to when we have a conversation with random people like we are talking right now. So when we talk with a tutor, so we at that time we are getting more nervous. Is it so?
Yeah, as I told you earlier, everything depends on our mind. Everything depends on our thought. So it happened with me earlier, right? When I took a session like 2 or 3 months ago. But now it doesn't happen with me. Like I feel
Initially,
like like you and like a expert. So both are same for me, and I want they correct me. I want they like they catch my mistake when am I making a mistake. So I want kind of tutors like this. So
yeah,
because most of the people focus only on your confidence, the way you are speaking, but expert can know where you are really making a mistake. So I want someone like
exactly.
this.
And when it comes to like improving pronunciation, so some people say you have to read a lot. While reading, we can improve our pronunciation. But while we reading books, there is nobody to tell the right pronunciation of that word if we are pronunciate something wrong. So
Hmm.
how can we improve by reading the pronunciation? I think the best way to improve pronunciation to listening because when we listen to the people who are already good at English, so they always
Mhm.
speak like a good pronunciation, so we can understand the exact word what we say to that word. So what do you think about to improve pronunciation? What should we follow?
Yeah, so as you said, I can completely resonate with you. Obviously, listening really helps. Whenever we are listening, we should be listen to mindfully what they are saying, whatever we are listening. We're just not like we are doing something as well as we are listening something. So that time we are not completely focused, right? So if you listen, then listen properly what they are saying, how they are pronouncing the word, and then try to speak
Yeah.
whatever you are listening from
It
there.
should be,
And
yeah, it
second
should
thing,
be conscious listening, not unconscious while doing something, household chores or something else. Yeah,
hmm. So, yeah, consciousness, the first thing is very important. And if I talk about read out, so if you like reading any book, so that will help you in your tongue, like how to open your mouth, how to speak. You are used to using those words. So definitely I feel like read out also really helpful for us. Because sometimes like if you know all the rules of grammar, but if someone starts suddenly speaking, so you know their tongue isn't too clear or their mouth isn't too clear. But if they are used to speak those words, so sometimes it looks more natural. I think that's why reading out is important. Do you practice reading out?
Yeah, I practice, but not that much because I feel sometimes boring while reading books. But if I get any interesting topic, then I definitely read that topic. Yeah, and
Hmm.
whenever I get time, I read. I have just read few books, like 3 to 4 books till now, because
Hmm.
it's very difficult to get the time to do all these things, because
Exactly.
yeah, I have to manage all the things because I'm working, so it is very difficult to get the time.
Yeah.
These all are the things.
Okay. Where are you now?
Right now I'm in Punjab.
Okay.
So yeah,
Mhm. So there is an involvement of speaking English. Why do you want to learn this language?
no, yeah,
Can you share any
it's
accident with you that really
accident.
like?
Yeah, there
Okay,
is
can you
no
share
any
any accident?
accident. Yeah, I will tell you my story because I am very fascinated with this language for so long. So I wanted to learn this language from my after schooling. So I wanted to learn this language. So that's how earlier I was not getting the opportunity to start, but from last November I started my journey uh, to listening the content. I used to listen a lot of English videos and conversation podcast over YouTube, and I started to talk with people on a voice call application like Peer Up application and Ace
Mhm.
Fluency. So I started to my journey from that application. So and now uh, earlier when I talk with people. So earlier I was very bad at grammar and speaking to this language. Sometimes lot of times I disconnect. Slowly and gradually I'm able to speak this much. So I'm still struggling a lot. So I just want to know how can I like motivated? How can I be motivated while when it comes to speak this language and continue my journey and to become a fluent speaker? So because we need a motivation a lot when we are on any when it comes to speak this language. So it's like a journey,
Yeah.
it's not a destination or target where we have to reach. So how to feel confident while speaking English, and what steps should we follow, and what the steps that you follow when it comes to speak new vocabulary words, how to remember new words.
Okay. So the first thing is that confidence is very important, whatever you are speaking. All right, because sometimes you don't need to use a lot of fancy words, like especially in the beginner, right? Here, the most part is that explain your thought in a proper way, in a natural way. You don't need to use a lot of vocab and a lot of synonyms and antonyms. Definitely, it's important, but this one must be your second step, not your first step. So at least try to speak a very common, very basic English, but your focus should be your present yourself in a very proper way. All right. So for this, I think as I told you, reading habit that really help you. Second thing is that try to speak, and I'm sure one thing is that like you started making conversational videos, right? It really help you a lot because in this way every day you will indulge while talking to someone, right? Try to take at least one conversation with one person at least as whenever I know you are a working person and it's really difficult to get time, but whenever you get time try to take at least one call in a day, and every day you will get something new to learn. It will help you to improve your confidence.
Yeah, because
I
it,
have
yeah,
realized.
it's quite different when we have the conversation on a video call. It's very easy to have a conversation on voice call, but when it
Mhm.
comes to speak on a video call, we have to present ourselves, like we have to use our facial expressions and hand gestures also, and the fear of facing camera. We have to
Yeah,
face
I
all.
can understand. Exactly. Initially days it happened, but the way you are talking to everyone, gracefully you are used to. So
Yeah,
that
by
time
the
it
time
doesn't.
it goes by the time.
Now I can understand. Now this time it's really difficult for you to make any solo video, right? Like if you choose any
Yeah.
topic and you have to explain it, so that
It's
is a
very
big deal for you.
difficult solo video because we make a lot of mistakes when we make solo videos. Can you give me any tips to make a solo video? How you record your solo video?
Okay, so these days I feel like I have stopped making a solo videos because I'm more into a conversational videos.
Mm,
But first thing, what you should do, you should just try to make a script and then try to speak. That really help you.
exactly. Because it is very easy to have a conversation with, you don't have to put lot of efforts while having conversation as compared to make a solo video.
Solo video, yeah.
That
I
takes.
think yeah, but that you have to just first try to make a script, then try to speak in front of the camera. After that, speak in front of the camera. It takes a lot of time, but at last, if you make a videos, you will be happy to see that videos. And sometimes what happened, we are not comfortable with our own video, right? So
What?
sometimes it happen,
Exactly.
but it improves our confidence.
Yeah, yeah, sure. What is the best way to remember the new words and vocabulary?
Okay, so whenever you go through any new word, try to make a sentence. Sentence you should make that you can use in your daily use. And
Yeah,
whenever you take any conversation or whenever you talk to anyone, just try to use that vocab, and that will help you to remind. And the second thing is that don't only note down whenever you get time, like once in a week or twice in a week, just try to memorize, like try to see whatever you learned last week or next week and try to use it. If you don't use it, so there is no use of writing down only. So try to
exactly.
use it. That is the best way.
It means we don't have to learn a single word. We have to learn in a sentence. Only then
Mm-hmm.
we can
And not only learn,
remember.
yeah, not only learn, try to we use our local language, right? Whenever you speak in English, try to use it in your sentence. You don't need to learn it, try to understand. I think understanding is very important. So try to understand how to use it, when to use it. So that is very important, what I
Exactly.
feel. Mhm.
So
Uh,
what made you to learn this language? How?
So as I am here and here everyone speak very well English, and when I came here, so that time I really felt very hesitate, or I saw everyone spoke very well English, but I had the same problem. I had sometimes I got stuck, sometimes I started fumbling. Sometimes you know what happened? I started speaking too fast, and that's why I made a lot of mistake.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
Because
then
initially
I
we don't even realize we are
what
speaking
we
too
are
fast,
speaking.
or yeah,
Hmm. So that time I made a lot of mistake, and when I started working on myself, when I realized where am I making a mistake, and when I worked on it, it really helped me. And if I like I'm a mother, so I have to, I have to go to my baby school and where every ma'am speak very well English. So that time I also want to present myself well. I want to explain everything in English. Sometimes what I do if I get stuck somewhere, so I switch myself in a Hindi, right? So that really help us a lot. Just you don't need to just correct. You don't need to just stick in one language. If you feel stuck, just switch yourself again back to in your English. So that's how you can, speak well. Just try to speak. In a initially days, we can mix up our, I think sentences. We can do like this. And even I have seen celebrity also do. Like they don't only speak only English. Sometimes they mix their language. Sometimes they use some Hindi word, then English. So that's how we can do.
they speak in Hindi in between.
Yeah, and it sometimes it really very engaging to listeners too. It become more engaging.
Because a lot of
Yeah.
people says because everybody has their own space to learn this language. So uh,
Mhm.
people says like you can practice in front of mirror, or if you don't have anybody to making conversation, then you can practice in front of the mirror. But it didn't really works in my case because I
Oh.
yeah. And people to improve your pronunciation, people says do shadowing practice. So are you
Mhm.
also doing shadowing practice or not?
What I do whenever I watch any video, so that time I pause that video and try to speak that sentence. So that's how I do shadowing practice. I don't especially watch any shadowing practice because that time I feel it's really boring. So whenever I watch any celebrities video, so that time I pause and I try to speak like their lines, but it's no longer like you can do just only 5 or 10 minutes. So I do that, so only 5 or 10 minutes only.
And when we watch any videos and we are listening to something, So then we can understand easily, and we think like, yeah, it's too easy, we can do this easily. But when we it comes to speak, we forget all these things, and yeah,
Mm.
only few words or few sentences we remember only.
Yeah, I think it's very common and it's all we can overcome only with practice. Without practice, nothing is possible, right? Uh,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah, so I think now it's time to wrap up. My baby has been watching mobile for a long time.
And yeah, we'll
Okay,
definitely connect again if we get time.
sure.
Yeah,
Mm,
okay. Have a good
yeah.
day. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you so much for approaching me. And we really had such a nice conversation. Thank you.
I
Okay,
was
bye bye.
really, yeah, wanted to connect with you for so long, but we are not getting the exact time to connect.
Okay. Okay. So, okay,
Okay,
bye bye. Thank
bye.
you.